What's up, you guys? We are here at Self-Made in Rancho Santa Margarita, California. I've got the lovely Sammy Jo here today, and we are doing one of our PrettyPosing seminars. Today is going to be a mock show day, which is so fun. We're going to actually recreate what it's like to compete on a show in the NPC for these ladies. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to give away prizes. We're going to go over basics. What else are we gonna do? Small groups?
Yep, individual routines, comparisons, first looks. So whether it's a regional show or a national show, these ladies are gonna be ready for it.
So it's gonna be a really fun morning. So come on inside with us and let's get started. Before we do that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your bikini bestie.
Let's see how you do under pressure. I'm back with a vengeance, I show you the ropes. Peace in my town, I can show you the coast. Up in the shots if they wanted to smoke. If you know, then you know. Suited up, my whole team do the same. Don't you forget who created the game. Ready for war, I was born with grenades. The trenches where soldiers are made.
We're so excited to have you all here. We thank you guys. We love doing these seminars. It's a lot of fun. It's great learning opportunities. These were seminars that I went to when I was an amateur competitor as well, and I learned so much. It's a great way to make friends. So again, we're very excited. So I'm gonna go through the mandatory poses, and then Sammy's gonna go through some of the key components of having a great stage presence. So we're gonna start with the front pose. So in bikini, we have two mandatory poses. We have a front pose and a back pose. Everything else we have is a transition. Some of us, if we have more quads, we're gonna point our toes forward. And so that's where it comes down to individual differences and how our shape looks, what looks best on our body. Posing is never one size fits all. There are common conventions, but it's always should be tailored to your physique and how you look currently. Less is more when it comes to this. The more angles, the more transitions you're hitting, the more opportunities the judges actually have to pick apart your physique and say, ooh, that glute's a little smaller than that other glute. Ooh, you know, she's not keeping her shoulders very even. Ooh, she's not really able to hold her core tight as she's hitting all these fun transitions. So it's all about really showing that physique and that hourglass shape as best as you possibly can.
So the second your feet hit that stage, you want to have a bright, beautiful smile. And you want to keep that throughout the whole entire routine. That's going to radiate positivity, that's going to radiate confidence, and really show the judges that you're happy to be there. Another tip, if you aren't used to being in heels, meal prep in them. Do laundry in them, clean your house in them. Whatever it is that you do during your day, that you have a couple extra minutes, put the heels on, break them in, get comfortable in walking in them. That's gonna make a huge difference while you're on stage as well.
Make sure you're also looking at the judges. Like, even if you're there and we're excited, right? We might have our friends or our husbands or, you know, who are coworkers who came to watch us, and we're excited, we're looking out in the crowd. If we're doing that, we're gonna look like we're not paying attention and we're not taking it seriously. So make sure you're looking at the judges.
Your left hand on your hip right here where your high hip bone is, and your arm down here. The more you sit into the hip, the fuller your glute is gonna get. And you're just gonna keep the tiniest part of your waist this way, and then your shoulders forward.
Just a little bit more.
What do you think about the knee locked, right?
Knee locked, yeah, so all the weight has to be there. Okay, here, can you arch your low back a little more? Try to get the back foot up on your toe, and then really put all of your weight here. And then go to your back pose.
And the left one is gonna be the one that tees up. Our hands are on our thighs, and we're looking over our shoulder, making sure that your chest is up as if you're standing up against a wall.
Now we have to follow that.
All right, Gisela, you ready? Good, relax that back shoulder a little. There you go, good, yep. Good job. Good, Gisela. Yep. Still in a building phase. She just learned a couple poses, so we'll go through it together. Yeah, we'll go through it together. Yep. This hand on your hip bone, and then bring the elbow out that way. Forward. Yep. And then just straighten this arm.
Straighten, relax.
Yep. And then we're gonna put all the weight on this leg. So put it all there and pop this up. Yep. So all the weight here. Think about it. Yep. Good.
And I take a big step here. I'm already off balance. So when I go to turn around, I'm most likely gonna lose balance and stumble a little bit. So if that is similar to how your routine goes, making sure you're keeping those small steps, even if you do a step to the back here, making sure this step back is a small step so that when you go to turn around to your model pose, you have balance and mobility over yourself.
Back pose. Good. And turn it around. Good. Let them come in. Yep. And then back to the front pose. Good job. Excellent. Excellent. Really good.
Perfect. Do you want me to run through it with you? Yeah, okay, perfect. So we're here. We're gonna hit our front pose. We're gonna step back into our model pose.
So I'm gonna walk, I'm gonna use my peripheral vision to see, okay, I'm in the area. I'm gonna push my weight into this leg. So as I get close, I step, I turn, and I let this foot pivot, and then I'm gonna open up into my front pose. You can do the same thing too with like an arm circle. So I'm just kind of walking, I'm like, okay, I'm getting close. Judges are looking at me, and I'm gonna do my arm circle as I transition. If we're walking in and we're on our left side, same thing, it's just that you don't have to switch your hip. So you're just gonna kind of walk, arm circle, or hand on thigh, and just kind of smoothly transition into the pose.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, so now remember we're gonna twist and pop the glute first. So we basically, if we're here and our feet are kind of in a T, these are some of the cues too that can help us remember. So if I'm kind of in a T or an offset T, we're gonna flip the T, this foot comes horizontal, back foot picks up, and our T's flipped. And then from here, you step to your back pose. Okay. Yep, and you can do a small, you can do a small little, arm movement or something, whatever you wanna do, back to the front pose. Let's say they tell us, okay, number one, number two, switch. If we raise our hands and then switch to the model pose, we're both angled in a way where we can easily walk either direction. So you can use that same sign off as your transition in comparisons, because comparisons, remember, you're not gonna know who you're gonna switch with, you're not gonna know where you get placed on the stage to begin with, and so you don't know which direction you're switching. So if you kind of have that pattern of going from your front pose, signing, stepping your front foot more forward, it's gonna be easier to walk.
Your routine's not over until you've walked down the stairs off the stage. They're still watching you. So if you're here, you're signing off, and you're walking this way, you're showing them now your whole torso. So you wanna keep that tummy tight, especially if you're showing them everything. You're also now showing them the other half of your body. So you wanna make sure you're still keeping that lower back arched as much as possible as you're walking off. Just because you're done your routine doesn't mean you're like this now and you're like, all right, I'm done. You're still keeping that posture the whole entire time.
Good. Kayla, go back to the front pose. There you go, good. Excellent. It's you and the other girl switching. You don't want to bump into each other, but it really does not matter who goes in front of who. It really doesn't. Back when I first started competing, like the posing coaches always used to say, oh yeah, you've got to be in front of the other girl. And it's like, no, you don't want to bump into the other girl and look like you're in a hockey match, like body checking someone. So just like, it doesn't matter. You just want to keep your smile on. We want to keep our gaze up, and we just kind of want to calmly move on stage like we've done it before. I think you can walk a little fast if you want, like especially if it's fast music playing. You can have that energy as you walk in, but then kind of, slow it down, go at your own tempo in the routine itself. When you're switching on stage in general, I think kind of like slow and controlled is better, because you might be switching with a girl who's confused. Like you might be walking across and she's still like looking around like, wait, who am I switching with? So just kind of like a calm pace when you're switching on stage is usually good.
turn around and face that back wall. So you'll drop back into your model pose, you'll hit your glute pop, and then you'll hit your back pose, and you'll hold it until prompted to turn back, and then you do the second half of your routine to get back to the front. In the outside spots, you wanna angle yourself in just a bit so that the judges can see you. So if you're on the last 2 spots, just turn in just a little bit. Yeah, so the judges are looking at you head on. I have competitor number 2 and competitor number 20 switch spots. So you want your tiniest part of your waist facing the judge no matter what.
If it's a little fake it till you make it, always walk in front of that line. Don't hide from the judges. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Right, ladies, you can return to the front of the stage. So now you'll hit your model and then walk forward, yep, and then hit your front pose.
That's it, you guys. Posing seminar is a wrap. Sammy and I wrapped up the PrettyPosing seminar Moore-Shay bikini event for all the ladies. We had a lot of fun. We did our basics, we did our small groups, gave everyone feedback, taught some of the girls their starting point routine. We did group comparisons, we did individual routines, Moore-Shay with the buttons, and then we did an overall comparison Q&A in our raffle. So I think everyone had a lot of fun. What do you think, Sammy?
Absolutely. It was a great turnout. We had 20 girls, 19 girls, so it was a great turnout. We had some great raffle giveaways. Thank you so much to those companies who sponsored our show for today. We really appreciate you guys. We couldn't do this without you. And yeah, great turnout, so much fun.
So hopefully we'll do another one soon. Maybe we'll choose a different location, San Diego, LA, who knows. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share with a friend, and I'll catch you next time.